Quote, "To follow in the footsteps of those that are greater than oneself is the crown of one's strength." Meaning of the quote. This quote expresses the profound idea that true strength isn't just about independence or domination. It's about humility, wisdom, and the ability to recognize greatness in others. Choosing to follow those who are wiser, more experienced, or more evolved than ourselves is not a sign of weakness or imitation. Rather, it is a mark of inner strength. It means setting aside ego and pride to learn, grow, and evolve by walking a path paved by those who've already climbed higher. It's an act of strength wearing the crown of humility. Spiritual perspective. From a spiritual standpoint, the quote speaks to the soul's journey toward higher consciousness. The greater ones are those who have awakened to deeper truths, masters of patience, compassion, discipline, and inner peace. To follow in their footsteps is not about worship or blind obedience. It is about recognizing their inner clarity and choosing to align with that frequency. In this view, strength is not brute force. It's the courage to surrender the ego, to quiet the mind, and to take the long, disciplined road toward inner growth. To follow the path of these luminous beings is the crowning act of a strong soul, one ready to evolve. Scientific perspective. From a scientific lens, particularly in developmental psychology, behavioral science, and neuroscience, this quote aligns with the role of modeling and mentorship in human growth. Albert Bandura's social learning theory shows that much of what we learn comes through observation and imitation. We grow by watching those who are more advanced in skill or wisdom. Cognitive development studies show that learning from someone more knowledgeable, like a mentor or guide, helps build new neural pathways, expanding our thinking and decision-making abilities. Growth mindset theory, by Carol Dweck, supports the idea that true strength is not about proving oneself, but about learning from setbacks and from others. Thus, choosing to walk in the path of those who are ahead of us, rather than insisting we must blaze our own trail alone, is a wise, strategic, and deeply human act. Let's bring this wisdom to life through a short story. The Climber and the Trail. A young climber stood at the base of a daunting mountain. Many paths stretched out, some leading into the unknown, some ending in cliffs. While he prepared to forge his own way, an old guide approached. "Many before you have failed trying to make their own path. Why not follow the trail I've carved?" The climber, proud and determined, replied, "I want to prove I'm strong enough." The guide smiled gently. "True strength is not proving you can survive the wild alone. It's knowing when to follow someone who already has." Reluctantly, the climber agreed. Days turned into weeks as he followed the guide's route, safe, challenging, and enlightening. At the summit, breathless and wide-eyed, he realized it was not a shortcut, it was a wise path. His strength was not diminished by following, it was revealed. Application in everyday life. This quote has deep relevance in modern life. In learning, following in the footsteps of teachers, mentors, or experts helps us avoid unnecessary mistakes. It's not about copying, it's about absorbing wisdom and evolving our own unique expression of it. In career and leadership, the most successful leaders often began as followers. They observed, listened, and learned before stepping into their own authority. Recognizing greatness in others helps develop our own potential. In relationships, taking inspiration from emotionally mature individuals teaches us how to communicate better, handle conflict with grace, and nurture deeper connections. In personal growth, rather than reinventing the wheel, we can adopt disciplines, habits, or philosophies that have stood the test of time. Reading great books, learning from wise thinkers, or practicing techniques shared by resilient individuals allows us to grow with grounded strength. To follow someone greater is not submission, it's an act of discernment, maturity, and humility. It shows we are strong enough to learn before we lead. And when we do, their light becomes a lantern in our own hands. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.